It's not the biggest, but the most busiest, the most frequented.
Because people arrive with train basically. So
Something like that. We were also in Budomir.
Yes, exactly.
Where there were no lines at all.
Yeah.
So people could cross immediately. And here we had a couple of days ago, 50, 60 hours. Now it's down to, they told us 12, I think, right? We had the High Commissioner here 2 days ago. And he talked to the border guards. And I think they mentioned 10 to 12 hours or something by car. Pedestrians, of course, much faster. An hour or so, they had 4 or 5 hours. But you see, it's a little freezy here. And imagine all the people here. I would think 90% is women and children, and maybe the elderly. And I can't imagine my children to do what they have done. It's amazing. And I asked one of the, you remember Olga, and she said, yeah, did we have a choice? We had to. Yeah. It is depressing.
But are you also meeting males between 18 and 60 who left illegally?
I mean, not Ukrainians.
Yeah.
Not Ukrainians.
I mean, you mean illegally?
Yeah, because
I haven't met one. I haven't met one actually.
Because they are not allowed to.
The number of illegal border crossings are very small.
Yeah.
It's just a handful of examples.
Yeah. But like Polish border guards, they will not push back them, right?
No.
We don't know. No, as far as you know, there are no pushbacks.
Yeah. I mean, there's no policy of pushbacks in any way.
Yeah.
Of course, you never know if probably a single border guard would push someone back, but we haven't heard yet from this. Not from male Ukrainians, also not from third country nationals. So, yeah. And you know that we passed today the 2 million figure. It's now 2,040,000. And Poland.
Who only came to Poland?
No,
or
no,
like
no,
it's just the overall number. Yes.
Okay.
In Poland, midnight was 1.2 million. Yesterday, 143,000. This is 800 less than yesterday. And the figure from midnight to 7 o'clock was 16% lower. I think something about 40,000, right? Yeah, 16% lower. But what does it mean? That the first wave is over or something? We don't know, and actually we don't think so. And the guy from the border guard, the chief of the border guard, told us just 48 hours ago he don't think so, that there will be a decrease in the figures soon.
Yeah. But I mean, like, it's getting less already. No, I mean, like, if they were waiting hours, it came down to
that the waiting time has decreased from up to 3 days to now 10 or 12 hours. It's all that
they are faster.
That they streamlined that.
Ah, okay.
Yes.
Okay.
So, but there are still many people waiting.
Yeah. Okay. Crazy. But so they arrive by train, like on the other side, and then they have to walk over, and here they.
By train. No, when they arrive here by train, they are taken to Przemyśl.
Okay.
So
so here they only arrive by car and bus, basically.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's also a railway crossing point, but the trains are being taken to Przemyśl.
Okay. Yeah, that's nice. And like UNHCR, like, are you still active, like, inside Ukraine?
Yes. We have 120 staffers there.
Like
and,
where mainly?
We were mainly in Kiev, but we have now relocated to Lviv.
Yeah.
We had 8 offices, and also 2 in Luhansk and Donetsk.
Yeah.
I'm not quite sure if the 2 offices there are still manned, but we are still there with the same amount of people, and we are distributing our so-called core relief items, so blankets, mattresses, sleeping bags, etc. And we try to find accommodation for the people, so we just colleagues just found on Sunday I think kind of a warehouse or something where they put 150 field beds in it to help displaced people and so on. But it's of course getting harder day by day.
Yeah.
Yeah, but we are also in a constant dialogue with authorities in eastern parts of Ukraine, like Luhansk, Donetsk. So we're still in touch with them.
Because this is what people like just this morning, like I was texting in our group, you know, I did fundraising for UNHCR since 2015. I was standing in the streets like all over Germany in around 70 cities or something, and so I was asking in the group like, do they have any questions, and they were like, yeah, people on the streets, they're like really asking like, what are you doing?
And that's the point. We are not here actually.
Yeah.
I mean, we are here as you can see, but we are a small team,
Yeah.
and what we're doing is border monitoring and so on. But we are not what we call operational.
Yeah.
We don't have to, because Poland is doing a pretty good job. We need to focus on the real crisis, and this is of course Ukraine.
Yeah.
And but we're using this as a hub. In Zhizhov yesterday landed a freight plane, for example, from Hubei with 26,000 blankets on board. It was a last freight plane. It was like birthday for me, and it's really good because they are. Yesterday, the first convoy could leave from Poland to Ukraine, and the second one has crossed the border a little more north from here just an hour ago or 2 hours ago, and the next convoy will leave tomorrow. So, yeah.
But do you think that there are any like expected numbers that are somehow stressful? Because I mean, like people are switching between like 5 million and 10 million, 7 million.
It is so hard to
difficult.
There's so many factors. I mean, you know, probably our planning figure was 1 to 4 million. I mean, we have already passed the 1 million and the 2 million. So the 4 million is, I will not say it's likely, because on the other hand, he has so many people staying not only in Poland, but in eastern Poland, because they want to go home. And if there is some kind of peace or so, I'm quite sure that its majority will go back immediately. But of course, no one knows. How long will that go on? 2 weeks? 2 months? 2 years? So, yeah.
Well, I mean, like politics is preparing for like 3 years of sanctions, huh?
And this is also the problem now. Right now, everything works. I mean, you see, this is also kind of terrible. On the other hand, it more or less works, and especially when it gets warmer, then I think the conditions are okayish. It sounds cynical, I know, but compared to other situations, the people are doing a great job, and by the way, also the very ordinary Polish people doing extraordinary things. But what is really, figures are doubling, and this is possible. Or we have this for many months. Then
when the
no one
momentum
knows. Yes, exactly, exactly.
I mean,
You remember Germany 2015 to 16? Of course, after a while, nobody clapped anymore. On the other hand, when people ask me, "Oh, it's terrible for the refugees today," I say, actually, no. When we do our opinion polls, do you think Germany should help refugees more or less the same way like now? It's always 30, 40, 30. 30 say less, 40 say now it's good, it's how we do it now, 30 say more. That means 70% of Germans say, and Germany did a lot, say at least the same amount or even more. So this is great figures. So, and that's why I hope that also our Polish neighbors do the same with their neighbors. A lot of cats.